Food expert Jason Skrobar has been showing us how to get back to basics of cooking, and today he's walking us through how to perfectly cook eggs. Pretty basic. Welcome, Jason. Basic,
morning,
but not
Ben.
necessarily easy, and that's why you're here to show us. And we're going to start with poached eggs, which scares a lot of people. So how do you prep your water to cook them?
So scares a lot of people, but shouldn't, because it's actually really, really easy. If you can fry an egg, I think you can poach an egg. At least here, I'm here to be your coach, or your poach coach. Okay, so basically what you want to do, there's only a few things you need. You need a pot of water, bring it to a light simmer. Okay, so once you've got that up and going, you're going to take your eggs and you're going to crack that. And I learned this from our friend Mary Berg. You want to crack it over a fine mesh sieve. What you're doing there is you're basically letting all of the watery parts of the egg white leave the egg. And then basically you take that, you pour it into a ramekin, and then that will go into some water that's just a little bit to the boil. And you're going to want to have that water going a little movement in there.
Okay.
And because we've gotten rid of all the watery parts of the egg white, once it starts to poach, the egg whites are going to sort of condense and become really tight, and you're going to get a nice, perfect poached egg.
Wow.
So after about 2-3 minutes, depending on how you like your egg yolk, you're going to take that out, bring it to a plate, and there you go. That's it.
That's it. And no vinegar in the water?
No, so because you've taken the watery part of the egg white out by straining it, you don't need the vinegar. The vinegar was only there to coagulate the egg white.
Okay,
and
that's
so
a good tip.
by removing it, there you go.
Okay, now once you poach the egg, how do you like to serve them?
Well, so I think one of the things I've said for so many years is eggs are not just for breakfast. You can have them throughout the day, for lunch and for dinner. So for lunch here, one of the things, before we even move on, one of the things I want to tell people is, once we get back to having friends over and family over and enjoying Sunday brunches, what you can do is you can poach your eggs in batches the night before, put them in some cold water and into the fridge, and they'll stay just as good as after they come out of the poaching liquid. You just re-warm them up gently the next day. And I made these last night, and they're going to be just as good as if I made them this morning.
Okay, so show me these 3 dishes here.
So basically, well, the first dish really is just what you want to do with your breakfast. Put it over some toast, maybe some hollandaise, or just plain like that. But what we've done here is we have a salad. We just had some roasted vegetables, some greens, and I put some hummus here, and then a nice poached egg, drizzle some olive oil over top. And then the poached egg is going to act like a nice little sauce into the hummus. Mix all that together, and you've got a nice hearty brunch.
Lovely. Now, I'm liking what's right next to you right there, that pasta.
Yeah, so what I did is really simple again, is I took some pasta, cooked it, and added some homemade pesto. You could use tomato sauce as well. It works just as well. And then a poached egg or 2, depending on how hungry you are. Take the egg yolk and pop that, and then let the egg yolk drizzle into the pesto, and it tastes really good. Mix it all together, and there you go. There's a nice, quick dinner. Okay,
now I want to move on to the frittata, because this is one of your favorites, and we don't have too much time left.
Okay, yeah, so frittata is really easy. I always say it's like cleaning out your fridge. Basically, you've got 4 to 5 or 6 eggs. You whisk that up with some milk or coconut milk. And what I do is I just like to take either some roasted vegetables. You can stop there, add some cheese, throw that into the pan. Basically, you cook it on the stovetop for about a minute or 2, let that sort of set up, and then throw it into the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 or 400 degrees. And take that out. Really simple. This is a great, easy weeknight meal. And if you have leftovers, you can make it into a breakfast sandwich the next day.
Yes.
Or just eat it on its own cold. It's still as delicious. Eggs all day.
That is brilliant, my friend. Hey, the next time we do this, we want to do a cast iron skillet special where you do steak, chicken breast, and pork, and show us how to make the perfect ones of each one of those in a cast iron skillet. So that's the challenge I'm throwing down to you now. Meanwhile, you can find these recipes on our social media pages.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.